So if you made a list of things police hate more than anything, mysteries would actually be very close to the top. Cops seem to hate mysteries, and victims' families hate mysteries too. You can imagine why. So imagine how frustrated investigators are feeling in 3 New England states right now: Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. They are looking at 13 unexplained deaths since the beginning of the year, with no answers, no suspects, and for now, no reason to believe those deaths are connected. But if some of those deaths are linked, authorities may have a serial killer on their hands. I want to bring in Dr. Michelle DuPre, a former medical examiner and police detective, who's also the author of several criminal investigation field guides. Dr. DuPre, it's always nice to see you. You know, a lot of people have been asking me about this one for, it's got a lot of headlines because one of the bodies was found near Taylor Swift's house in Rhode Island. People are like, oh my gosh, New England serial killer. What do you think of it? I mean, is it possible they're connected?
Absolutely. Law enforcement does not like coincidences, and 13 bodies in a relatively small area, that's too much of a coincidence.
Yeah, I mean, I named the 3 states. I mean, it is a pretty small area. What does your gut tell you? I mean, from what we know so far, and some of them are just bones apparently, so it's hard to know much. But is there anything you're seeing that, like, commonalities between any of these bodies?
There is. Obviously, as you mentioned, the area. It is a relatively small area. That's a lot of bodies in a short period of time. It doesn't mean that they were all killed in that period of time, but they were found in that period of time, and many of them, or several of them, were relatively recent. The other thing is that most of them are females, and we do know that most serial killers are male, and most serial killers do target females. And so I think that right there is a very good reason to suspect that they may be connected. We also don't know the cause of death on many of these, and I believe that the police may be holding that back. Even if it is skeletonized, we can still tell a lot about the body and perhaps even how that person died.
So I was just looking at the map again. And you've got all these different states involved, different little police departments in that part of New England. Yeah, there's the map there. So you can see there's quite a few areas. How do they handle investigation like this when it's crosses over different states and police lines?
That does make it certainly more difficult, because working across jurisdictions is it is common, but it requires a lot of coordination. It makes it a lot more complex. And yes, this would be a great case to call in the FBI, but of course that is up to the individual jurisdiction to do that, or to a task force if they have formed one.
What about the time of year right now, in terms of things thawing out, and I hate to be sort of gruesome, but it seems like we see more bodies sort of become discovered around this time of year.
Yes, and you're absolutely right about that. Warmer weather may tend to bring bodies up that were in, say, a body of water or something. Additionally, this time of weather, a lot more people are outside. They're more likely to find things. People are out in the woods. They're hiking, they're camping, they're hunting. So finding a body is much more likely in this type of weather, in this climate.
I guess we'll wait and see I hope no more pop up here, but it seems like there has been this sort of trend. Whether they're actually connected, we don't know at this point, but we'll certainly keep an eye on it. Dr. DuPre, I appreciate you coming on tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.